I'm just curious, when was the last time you took a vacation from social media?
A vacation. Um,
Basically
what,
a day or more with no social media at all.
a day or more?
Yeah.
Um, I would say in the past 30 days.
Oh, great. How did it feel for you?
Didn't feel good because my, how did it, I don't know, but I don't, no, I do know. It didn't feel the greatest. I'm not really for taking time from social media
Any reason why?
because, I guess because of my network. Now, I can see some people definitely should, especially if they don't want to filter their network, but my network is incredible. I mean, it's as incredible as it can possibly get. It's about at least, I mean, definitely more than 80% good.
Oh,
Like, and if I see anything bad, then I typically block it or, block the person, especially if it's a habit.
oh,
But for the most part, it's just like good stuff. It would
oh.
be like, since social media is like, I guess you're equating it to like real life, right? Because you wouldn't tell me to take how many times have I stayed away from people, period.
Hmm.
Right? If there was no social media, you wouldn't be like, when's the last time you stayed away from people? So I would say my network on my social media is more so like if you went to like a Tony Robbins event.
Oh,
I mean, is there some negative people there at a Tony Robbins event? Yes, there is. But, the majority of the what you see is going to be really good.
hmm. Oh. Makes sense.
What about you?
Well, I actually spent 7 days off social media and got back on it yesterday.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, for me personally, it was due to stress, mostly coming from, promoting phenomenal acts and, you know, seeing stuff that, all the stuff that Phenomenal is up against, and also seeing people like oppose the positive posts about men, etc. It got too stressful for me, and I just needed a break from social media. And like I say, it did feel really good, especially since I was like, looking at the stuff that I was looking at. It was like um, it was at a really, how do you say, depressing like level of stuff. So yeah, and yeah, it did feel good. It felt really like I was at peace, and for the first time in a while. And by the time I got back to Facebook, I didn't feel that like addiction, that need to be on social media like I felt before. So for me, the vacation was definitely rewarding. It was definitely worth it.
Hmm. See, I always recommend people to look at my page. Someone should take a 7-day vacation on my page. Like, what if somebody, like, didn't look at any other pages or any other people, but they only looked at mine?
Wow, way to toot your own horn.
Hey, I think that would be, like, super dope. I think that would be incredible. I think somebody would have a huge breakthrough.
Huh.
Like a huge breakthrough. I think lives would be changed. I think people would be amazed. They would be enlightened. They would cry. I think people would get more focused on their job. I think people would be more focused on their dream. I think people would be more so, like, conscious of their thoughts. I don't think anything comes on my page that's bad or that would make someone not feel good.
This moment is not about tap water nor your favorite bottled water. This is about alkaline water. Call a distributor today to discuss finance options. 1-800-660-9431. Change your water, change your life. Now back to your favorite podcast.
I was listening to Bishop Jakes today, and
Yeah.
he said, we're all one thought away from making $1 billion.
I believe so.
What better place to stir up good thoughts than on my social media? I'm not saying it will give you the thought, but it will challenge either a belief or thought that you have, or it may inspire a new thought that you have. That's guaranteed what you'll get on my page. Any one of them. LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter. Well, Twitter I'd be kind of wilding. But, and Facebook. And YouTube.
You want to say your usernames while you're at it?
I mean, if you just search Billionaire Brown online, it'll come up everywhere.
Hmm.
You know this lady did that for Oprah, right?
What did she do?
She just only followed what everything Oprah said she did it for like a year.
Hmm.
And the results were pretty amazing. And I think, to be 100% honest, I believe that my social media is better than anything Oprah has created. Because Oprah is only for the people that are looking for that thing. And not everybody's looking for a specific thing. And Oprah obviously doesn't talk about anything, real. So I give you a little bit of everything.
Hmm. Okay.
That's facts. Am I tooting my own horn again?
Yeah.
Well, that tells me that you don't be tooting my horn for me. Shoot, if you give me a choice of not having my horn tooted and tooting my own horn, I'm going to choose tooting my own horn every time. I think you should. I think everybody should. You tell me I go through my whole life, no one ever toots my horn for me, and you're going to tell me yeah, you should. You should toot your own horn. If it's not being tooted. Even Zig Ziglar would tell you a boat that is not being shipped out every day is at higher risk of being destroyed than a boat that's being taken out every day. Same thing with a house. A house is quicker to be, if the house is just there and not being used, it'll self-destruct as opposed to the person that's actually somebody that's living in it, moving around in it. It's the same thing with a horn.
Huh.
Shoot. Now, if you was tooting my horn, chances are I won't be tooting my own. Like, if you would have said that thing about Oprah instead of me saying it, I wouldn't have stopped you. and I wouldn't have added that in. So it's, in a sense, it's your fault. In a sense. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
You just forced me to toot my own horn.